The average person in the modern world works hard almost every day of their life in order to put food on the table and support their family. Yet, most Americans haven't saved enough money to even last the first few years. In fact, more than 1 in 5 people have absolutely nothing saved. This is due to a massive failure to educate individuals on how to financially prepare for their future. Students in high school are encouraged to go to college or university, even if they have no idea whether or not a future career in their field of study is something they actually want to pursue, which has led to a student debt crisis, wherein the average student loan is still being paid off well into their 30s and 40s. Additionally, living in a consumer-driven world, people are often pushed towards purchasing big-ticket items they simply can't afford, and end up paying even more year after year in compounding interest. Things have gotten so bad that the average American dies with over $62,000 in debt, which then comes directly out of the deceased party's estate, meaning that in the end, even less money goes towards helping out the people that they care about the most. However, retirement isn't just an issue for the lower class. It is recommended that the average person looking to retire at the age of 65 have around $1.5 million or more saved up, though people approaching retirement age who are in the top 15% are clocked at having just over $300,000, which is almost 5 times less than the suggested amount. Statistically speaking, you probably aren't prepared for retirement, but if you change the way that you think about spending and saving money, you could be. If you're a high school student thinking about going to college or university, but you aren't quite sure about what you want to do as a future career, you don't have to jump into student loan debt feet first. Take a year or two and get a job, learn a trade, maybe start a business, get some real experience, and save up some money for your future. You don't need a degree to get a great, high-paying job. If you happen to be a bit older, you can probably qualify for a credit card, but unless you can use it responsibly, don't get one. Credit card debt stacks up fast, with interest rates as high as 26%. So if you choose to get a credit card to, say, build up credit score, make sure you can pay it all off, because a credit card isn't a free plastic bankroll. If you spend money that you don't have, creditors will come for it eventually, and it will probably cost you a lot more than you originally spent. If you're even further along in life, maybe looking to buy a home where you can raise a family, it might be in your best interest to rent instead. In most cases, with mortgage interest, property taxes, and insurance, you'll still end up paying close to how much renting a similar home would cost, and you'd be responsible for any repairs or work required, not to mention the hefty down payment. The same thing goes for buying a car, though on a smaller scale, leasing is oftentimes the better option. When it comes to big purchases, the one most important reason why you should avoid making them is because it takes away from your ability to make your money work for you. This process is called investing. It's something that everyone should be doing with their money if their goal is to retire happily at a reasonable age. If you start with an initial investment of around $10,000 at the age of 20 in, say, an S&P 500 or Dow Jones Index Fund, which gives an average return of 7% per year, you'd still need to be investing around $4,500 per year if you wanted to reach the recommended $1.5 million by the age of 65, which probably sounds like a lot. But realistically, it's just over 10% of the average American worker's salary after taxes. That said, it's important to get started early because it's easy to fall behind, and I wouldn't be surprised if there were some speed bumps along the way. So make sure to stay ahead of the game and plan for your future by staying out of debt, investing your money, and considering possible alternatives before making life-changing purchases. So, how are you planning for your future? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see if your investment savings plan will get you to your retirement goals, feel free to check out the compound interest calculator linked in the description. I'm the Anonymous Investor, and if you want more videos like this one, then make sure to stick around by clicking the subscribe or follow button, and stay tuned for more videos on investing coming soon.